As far as the government's bill is concerned, there are actually some deficiencies in it. My bill actually grants every individual citizen of India ownership of their own data. Their bill doesn't.
I wish to beg your leave to introduce a bill to establish an effective regime to protect the right of privacy of data of all natural persons.
Well, to begin with, my bill was drafted last year. That's why it's called the Data Privacy Amendment Bill 2017 rather than 18. But again, because of successive disruptions, the problem is that it's only on Friday afternoons one can introduce them. I've missed out on 2 sessions. Otherwise, I would have been happy to introduce it before the government's bill. As far as the government's bill is concerned, there are actually some deficiencies in it. So though the draft bill has been brought to public attention about the same time as mine, it seems to me that my bill offers some useful pointers which are worth bringing to the government's and the public's attention that are not in the government's bill. No, I actually welcome that. I think it's a good initiative to seek comments. I myself am sending the Minister a copy of my bill with a cover letter pointing to the key differences. I mean, there are basically 4 or 5 points where we believe our bill is an improvement on what they've come up with. I think we all agree we need a robust data privacy bill. We need a clear-cut privacy commission, an independent body that will monitor this. Where we part companies is on a few things. For example, my bill actually grants every individual citizen of India ownership of their own data. Their bill doesn't. So you don't actually own your data. It's out there. And de facto the government can encroach on it, whereas you have ownership rights in my bill. Secondly, there is this question of Aadhaar. The bill doesn't actually apply to Aadhaar. Mine does. Mine says that Aadhaar has to be fully compliant with the data privacy provisions, and Aadhaar, unfortunately, has turned out to be a source of serious data privacy leaks. Third is the problem of monitoring, snooping, surveillance, which sadly is becoming an ever-present threat in the cyber world, not just in India, but anywhere. And one of the things that I've been concerned about is that we should have a body that has the right to monitor any even government authorized or court authorized surveillance of your account. Let's say, for example, that the police have reason to suspect that somebody has committed a crime and they seek permission from the court to tap his phone, which frankly we have understood from media leaks has happened a lot. In those circumstances, obviously a lot of data beyond whatever crime he or she may have committed is also being revealed in the phone conversations that are being taped, personal matters, intimate matters, family matters, financial matters, which are not perhaps related. Who is going to control that if the government has recordings of all his conversations, which he doesn't know are happening? Who has right to the data so generated? We feel that the Privacy Commission ought to have the right to supervise this kind of surveillance, to monitor it, and say that surveillance can only be conducted for the specific purposes for which it's authorized. This is rather important because we don't want the Big Brother phenomenon to be installed in India, where the state's power is so pervasive that essentially the individuals of this country no longer have a private life. But I think certainly it's worth it for the government to take a look at my suggestions.